What's up, my peoples? It's your boy PorterRock77, and we're back with another fantastic episode of 60 Frames No Lag. This is episode 35, man. It's unbelievable. I got some special guests. I got one of my usual suspects here, but we're gonna get down right to it. I know we started a little late, so we're gonna get straight and right to the point. So first off, let me introduce my guests. We're gonna start off with my man Kratos, aka J Dub City. What's going on, brother?
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy J Dub, aka Kratos, the god of PlayStation, and I'm rocking out with the panel. And rock today, got some great topics. Let's do it.
That's right, and I have them in the description box, man. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. And of course, you know what I'm saying, I got a new guest, his first appearance. I've been trying to find this guy for a long time, but he's a diva. He's doing big things in the PlayStation land. I had to go through people after people after people. I reserved this interview like 2 years ago. That's how long it took me. Damn. You know what I'm saying? So if you're trying to get this guy, it's a 2-year wait. You know what I'm saying? My man, PlayStation, bro. What's going on, brother?
What's up, Brock? What's going on, Rock? What's going on, guys? I'm glad that we could finally work things out and that my agent was okay with this. I was kind of hesitant at first, but I was like, sure, why not? He needs the attention. So.
Yeah, man. I have Cliff Blazinski calling me off the phone trying to get this podcast. I'm like, fuck no, I'm trying to get PlayStation bra.
We need the bra. Sorry, Cliffy.
We're trying to get the bra up in here. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm honored.
There you go, man. Hey, I appreciate it, man. I'm looking forward to your opinion. I'm looking forward to both your opinions. All right, and of course, I got my usual suspect, the pettiest gamer on the net, multi-plat for life. My man all day.
What up? What up? What's going on, panel? I'm the Beast Cruiser Specialist. Back again on another 60 frames with lag. Let's get it in, man. Ready to talk these topics, man.
That's it. That's how we do 30 frames, mad lag at 480i resolution.
Upscale.
That's how we do. Whoa, that's called retro gaming. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do. We do it old school and stuff like that. Yeah. But anyway, before we kick off, as a tradition, we're gonna start with the guests. We'll start with Kratos. What have you been playing? You know what I'm saying? What you been
playing? Man, this past weekend, I shut everything down. No PC, no PlayStation, no Xbox. Nice. It's been all about that Switch, man. I've been playing that Splatoon 2, and man, that game is lit. It got me hooked. I did try out the voice chat, and I got a few things to say about that, man. I think a lot of people they didn't pay attention to how do you do it and when you can do it. So I think there's a lot of misconceptions about it.
Man, you ain't damage controlling that, are you?
I'm not, man.
You already damage controlling that shit, bro. Oh, hell nah. This dude is bugging, kid. All right, we're gonna talk about, since you brought that up, we're gonna bring that up as a last minute topic or some shit.
All right, that's cool.
We're gonna hear this damage control, and I'm gonna I gotta make me some popcorn for the Yo, I don't think anybody, I don't think I made one person damage controlling that. This is gonna be a first. You're gonna hear it live.
There you go.
Frames, no lag podcast. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. She's probably gonna be the best topic today. All right, my man. Hey, PlayStation Broad, man. What's going on? What you been playing? He's gonna say Xbox.
No, playing Halo 5 nonstop.
There you go.
No, all I've been played the past 3-4 days is Persona 5, dude. It is such a good, fantastic game, man. I just can't stop playing it. My wife is sitting there beside me. Babe, this game is so weird. You're damn right it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
But the gameplay and the storyline and the graphics, man, it just all comes together, and I highly recommend it. If you haven't played it yet, please give Persona 5 a chance.
Oh, shit. My man K-Maker's getting triggered right now. Oh, shit. Now I'm going to hear it this Thursday now.
No, I mean...
It's niche. It's niche, man. No. It's niche. It's a good game, but it's niche. I'm like, oh, shit.
1.8 million copies shipped worldwide. That's not too niche to me, but I guess. No.
Yeah,
whatever.
It was out of 60 million games.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, I forgot.
It's about the ratio.
Yeah, sorry. Crap. Sorry, forgive me.
Yeah, that's right. All right, so, okay.
I get it. It's a little different, Not everyone likes the anime look or the classic RPG kind of gameplay, but it's when you put it all in that pot and you stir it together, it's just an amazing game. I'm so glad that people are enjoying it as much as they are.
Yeah, that's okay. That is quirky and weird.
Yeah,
that's what attracts gamers. There's gaming. Yep. I keep reminding people that Persona's been around since the PS1 days. That franchise outlasted some of the top tier franchises that we don't even see no more, like Siphon Filter, like Fable. You know what I'm saying? Onimusha. There's a lot of big franchises that's come and gone, but Persona is still here.
Yeah.
Like
it's not reinventing the wheel, right? Just adding a few different spokes in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? It's a good game. I've been playing it as well. You know what I mean?
Sweet. Hell yeah, man.
That's like all day Video Pony. Yo.
Video Pony. Hey, that's what it is.
For anybody wondering, Jay Fontarelli, he had things to do with the family, so shout out to him. And Craig Harris will be joining us shortly. He got out of work about 7:30, about 10 minutes ago, so he'll be joining us for those looking forward to him.
Hey, right? Jay said he might join a little bit later.
Okay, so so we'll try our best. So I think we got good what we got going on. So let's start out with the first topic. Lawbreakers Open Beta. Anybody looking forward to that? I know this was a big deal.
Nope.
If it announced it, and this became one of those everybody hates Xbox routines. But what y'all think about that? The open beta. Anybody gonna try it at least?
Yeah, I got it on I have it on PC, and I enjoy it, man. I mean, I love it. I think it's gonna be something big. I hate when people try to compare it to Overwatch. I like games to stand on their own, and there's a lot going on to make that game stand out by itself. So, shout out to the boy Cliffy B for producing that. And guys, keep in mind now, it's not a full price title. It's only like $30.
Right.
So a lot of you guys that just like shooters and multiplayer games, this is the game for you. So
hey, you said you don't like it to be compared to Overwatch. Can you tell us the difference? Since you did
because it's almost exactly the same to me.
Yeah.
Fill us in, Jay.
Well, I'm coming from an old school Quake shooter, Quake and Doom player, and I would go as far as to say it's in the reminiscence of Quake, that quick twitch shooter. Obviously, that's like the godfather of multiplayer shooters. So I wanted to stand out on his own from that standpoint. You can look at it and say, well, if you play Call of Duty, you get to fly in the air, you get to do this and you get to do that. It's the same thing. It's like, nah, it's not. You have to spend some time with it and play it, and you probably won't get that feeling from a 2-minute YouTube clip.
That's interesting because everybody. This was funny because you could tell some people started on 360. Not to insult the Xbox fan base, I'm just talking about particular people that didn't game for a long time.
Yeah,
it's like a lot of gamers that I noticed they attribute Cliffy B's success with Gears of War. I'm like, bro, I made Unreal Tournament. Stop
exactly.
It. And they're like, who? I'm like, all right, you're done. Blah. Blah.
I'm like, bro.
It's all over.
You right, Rock. You right.
I'm not even gonna teach you. You just blocked.
Those guys that just started gaming on the 360 and
PS3,
yeah,
say that.
Yeah, if you just started gaming there, you don't have any say so in anything.
I'm like, Unreal Tournament, are you out your freaking mind?
But another thing, I mean, he's doing a smart move. He's trying to bank off the the games that's popular right now. He did didn't they do Paragon too, right?
Yeah.
So that's for a MOBA type, the fan base for the MOBAs. Then you got Overwatch kind of stuff / Quake Twitch shooter with Lawbreakers. I think he's just going with what people want to see, what people are streaming, and I think the next thing he'll do is probably a survival game. So he's on a good. I mean, like I said, if it's not for you, it's not for you. But I mean, it's there. It's a good game. You know what I mean? It's not crazy price. Was it like 39? Was it 40?
Yeah, it's 29. 30, yeah, $30.
Yeah,
now,
$30.
Keep in mind well, his statement on the price, he was like, look, all of these games that are coming out that are $60, he basically said, look, guys, I'm giving you this game for half price because I'm tired of you guys getting screwed by a lot of these games that are half-ass. I'm giving you a full game. I'm giving you everything that I have for $30. You're in the shooters, you're in the Call of Duty, you're in the Quake, you're in the Unreal Tournament, you're into Overwatch. Hey, I'm giving you this game, half price, have at it. I'm cutting out the middleman.
And Paragon was free. So
yeah.
Yep. So yeah. It's a good look. I mean, everybody's gonna get a chance to play it eventually. I think it will come to Xbox later on, but for now, man,
definitely.
got a PC, got a PS4. Check it out, man.
Yeah. I think definitely will go. He would be stupid not to. It's just again, I think his studio's in the Midwest. It's not even in California.
Yeah, it's a small studio.
Yeah, because the taxes are cheaper, and it's a small studio. So he's really, I think he's trying to prevent this whole, and this is going to lead into Hellblade when we talk about it later on. But I think he's one of the developers that are trying to prevent this whole big corporation takeover to where only AAAs matter, because that's not sustainable. You still need small developers to come out with really good AA titles. You know what I'm saying? Yep. You need these guys. We need them. We can't have Ubisoft and EA and Activision just take over and that's it. And we only get games from them, because then that shit would be ridiculous.
Yep.
The open beta starts this Friday, right?
Yeah, this Friday. It's from Friday to Tuesday. Okay. So it's open. It's open beta. So I think it's gonna be fantastic. It's a great way to get the game out there. And then I think it's available later August. It's released in August, right?
Yeah, like the 20-something of August.
Yeah, 22nd maybe.
And the graphics, guys, are badass. So whether you play it on PC or the PlayStation, I mean, you can't lose.
I'll be right back, guys.
Well, this guy's already leaving. What you getting? Chicken sandwich or some shit?
No. My kid acting up. I'll be right back.
Oh, you're about to slap him.
You get that belt. It's belt time.
It comes out. It comes out August 8th. That's what it says on Google.
Oh, nice.
Damn.
Oh, wow. That shit's right around the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so the next time we'll move on to the next topic. Yeah, I'm gonna try the open beta. I'm gonna just give it a shot.
Yeah,
it looks good. So next thing, have y'all checked out the Uncharted Lost Legacy gameplay?
Yes, sir.
Oh God, yeah.
Tell me, all right, PlayStation, bro. Let me know what you thought about it.
Oh. Dude,
this is PG-13, man.
When she was up in that tower, just opening the windows and all that, looking out, it was just breathtaking,
man.
I mean, I just sat there. I'm like, how does Naughty Dog do this? Time and time again, they take whatever platform, the PlayStation platform they're working on, the hardware, and just push it to the limit. I don't know how they do it. I mean, it's magic.
Fantastic developers.
They are.
These guys are just fantastic. They're just the masters of their craft. Far. Man, Sony lucked out helping develop the studio, or hiring the talent, because this is one huge talented studio. It's unbelievable. Go ahead.
They went from Crash Bandicoot to Jack and Daxter to Uncharted to The Last of Us. Man, it's just the evolution of that studio is amazing.
They could do it all. What I was nervous about that before. I was nervous that looking at this new gameplay walkthrough, whatever. What I was nervous about, that it was going to be Drake with a vagina. You know what I'm saying? In terms of animation and style and shooting, I thought it was just going to be a character skin.
Copy and paste, yeah.
But it's still Drake's animation. But when I see them playing with her, she moves different. She fights different. She shoots different. You know what I'm saying? I like the little lock-picking gameplay mechanism. So that adds a little thing to her. That's what I wanted. I wanted, even though it's an Uncharted game, I wanted something specific to her. So that way it doesn't feel like just a $10 character skin that just gets replaced, And I think and then so far from what I've seen, they captured that. I also like her own sense of humor. She has her own style of humor with the conversation she had with the other character. She has her own little style of talking, sense of humor, her own personality, And that's what I love about the Uncharted. Like the conversation, it just flows with the gameplay. I haven't seen any other game where in-game conversation just flows normal, like if it was a movie. You know what I'm saying? Without interrupting the gameplay and style. Like everything just matches perfectly.
Well, that's how you can tell, man, that these guys, they make these games their own. It's not just a rush to put a product out. They don't see these games as a product. They see it as, hey, this is our life, and you can tell with their games. Man, I saw that video in 4K, and first thing I looked at was her jeans, the textures on her jeans, her figure. I was like, oh shit, let me see what's going on here. And the graphics obviously is top notch. Everything from the detail of the gun. It's just this is another hit, man. And these guys were able to give us Uncharted the first of last year, around that first quarter time frame, and now they're able to, go ahead and finish this series with the Uncharted, and then hopefully PlayStation Experience will be able to, see a little bit more of The Last of Us 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Naughty Dog. I mean, these guys are just masters of the craft. These guys are like the Picasso of gaming at this point. I mean, it's just every content they make is made to such a high production value. You know what I'm saying? And it's just incredible. It's just incredible what they do. I'm just this making me even more starving for The Last of Us 2. I could only imagine what they have planned.
Exactly.
For that game. That's just amazing. And here's the thing. So UC4, I think it's $40.
Mm-hmm.
The content, the single play campaign, supposedly being advertised as long as UC4, and you get the UC4 multiplayer that comes with it. So everything that's in Uncharted 4's multiplayer, you can access it via. So you don't have to own Uncharted 4 to play this game.
To play the game.
Yeah, it's its own content. Yeah. It has its own way to access the multiplayer for $40. That's freaking amazing. That's an amazing value. I think August is like the month of values when you think about it, because it's in like, and we'll talk about Hellblade, but that's also like a $30-$40 game, right?
All of these games are $30, man, and these are full AAA. These are full AAA, full title games.
That's just incredible. I wish the pettiest gamer was in here to talk his shit, but he's beating his kid right now.
Act 2 is 40.
Yeah.
Everybody's golf is 40.
Wow.
Sony's bringing the value this.
Wow. Yeah. You know what? We were so busy talking about console price drops. Yeah. Shit, it looked like Sony got the software price drops.
Yeah, it's just amazing that you're getting brand new games with a great level of production quality, and they're selling it from anywhere between $30 to $40. That's amazing. Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah. And if this is successful, I mean, I saw a video with Hellblade. This is before the new one that we'll talk about. But the developer introduced himself, and he said that he even said himself they're trying to be a studio where they could deliver AAA quality games, but at a budget price by only going digital instead, and selling it directly to the gamer, at a good value. And they said if this game's successful, they will continue to make those games.
And I think by the game being cheaper, I mean the development time is going to be shorter, so you probably get newer content faster. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. So, I didn't think about that.
Plus.
Yo, I'm glad you're back. We were talking about Uncharted Lost Legacy. So have you seen the new 14-minute gameplay?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you're a fraud, bro. You fraud.
I know. I haven't seen it yet. I've been busy, man. I haven't seen it.
He was too busy looking at the new Quantum Break gameplay.
Matter of fact, you're a fraud. You're a fraud homie for not sending me the link.
No, I did. It's in the Twitter.
It's in the chat. No, wait.
It's in the Twitter message.
What's that?
See, you frauding, bro. This is this is not the multiplayer podcast. This is.
You did send it. All right, my bad.
Yeah, come on, man.
My bad. You sent.
But no, check it out though. You know what I'm saying? Nathan, some things were covered. I think you'll like it because when you see the video, it's not simply Drake with a vagina. They didn't do a character skin. They actually gave her own animation. The way she shoots, the nice ass, all that shit. Everything's her. I think you'll like it.
Mm-hmm.
All right? So, all right. So look out for that. That's also coming out in August as well. We in this podcast we don't talk about holiday gaming because we got shit within 2 weeks.
Year round.
Next topic, Hellblade. A 10-minute new video on that. All right. So let me start this off. That shit. Put me that video put the game number 1 on my list for August, even above Uncharted.
Really?
I'm partial to like hack and Shack games, like Ninja Gaiden, Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, God of War. I love those games. It reminds me of the days of playing Ninja Gaiden and Turtles and stuff. So I always love that type of game. So when I saw that game and she's fighting and the detail and just the fighting, how she slows down time, that hyped me to hell. I was like, oh my God, I gotta play this game. I have to play it.
Yeah.
This is my number one.
They showed the actual combat?
Yeah. 10 minutes of it, dude.
It's combat. It's all gameplay.
Oh yeah.
Bro, what are you doing? Why are you frauding, bro? What are you doing?
Hey man.
You've been busy, bro.
No, but
I've been sick, man.
No, check it out, bro. This is the cure. You know what I'm saying? If you're sick, that is the cure. Now check it out. But anyway, who else? Anybody got a chance to see it?
Yeah. I saw it, man. I think it looks awesome. Again, I think when you look at games like Uncharted, then you look at games like Guerrilla Games. You look at Horizon Zero Dawn. Then you look at a game like this. It's like the graphical fidelity that these guys are able to pull, that photorealistic type gameplay experience. you just have to wonder, why don't other studios try to do that, and why don't other platforms try to get games like those? It's like the only place you can get those type of experiences and those type of high fidelity games are on the PlayStation. And I don't know if it's just because they have the developer talent, or the other studios, or the other companies don't care.
I just think it's a lot of these companies, these big companies, they get complacent with development staff. They don't like to get fresh blood. I think there's a few articles about it. You know how they don't like to hire. They don't like to. They like to keep the demographic. They like to hire old people. They keep the young in, and maybe they need some of that veteran experience to elevate. To boost the game up. You know what I mean? To make it the best it can be.
Yeah.
And it's just. It's a good thing. I mean, when I seen Hellblade, the developer didn't have a developer diary, right?
Yeah, they've been having it.
They've had tons of them
for a year now.
Yeah, I've been seeing some of those. I'm like, man, they were just like they're putting a lot of passion into this game, and that's a lot. Something we don't really see a lot. I mean, studios get complacent. All these cookie cutter fucking games out there. You play the same. I mean, these open world games are the same game, just fucking copy and paste over and over again.
Yeah,
and it seems like this game is really. It looks a lot. I haven't played nothing like this before. It doesn't look like nothing I played before, and that's what I'm intrigued by. You know what I
mean? New experiences. That's what it's about, man. That's what it's about.
Yeah,
hey, I like how the combat. I like the combat. Yeah. Oh yeah, I totally do. I wrote an article about it, but
nice.
The combat looked kind of strategic. I mean, it looked like if you just went in there hacking and slashing.
Yeah, you
can get your ass stomped.
You would get stomped out. That's what it looks like. I saw the same exact thing.
That's what kind of interested me about it. I was kind of excited,
and it looks very visceral. I'm like, and it has this horror feeling behind it too.
Yeah, man, the atmosphere of it is great.
Yeah. They said it's a psychological inducing game.
Yeah, didn't they say they recommend that you play with headphones on?
She's cracked out. She's losing her mind.
Yeah, you hear all types of shit.
Yeah,
that girl's on methamphetamine. She's taking something, bro, because she's like losing her mind.
Because at the end of the trail, that big ass demon's coming at you, and all the voices start talking, and the camera's swirling. And I'm like, what is going on here?
Yep.
And what's cool, you see it in her face, like she's like freaking out.
It's called meth. Actually, the game's called Meth the Simulator. You know what I mean?
2K17.
It's like the first stage is cocaine's a hell of a drug and shit.
Right?
But for real, she's like freaking out. And what I like is, Ninja Blade, that studio, they do a real good job with motion capture. Having actors, they do a fantastic job with that motion capture technology. And and it just looks like they really hit it. And the fact that this game's like $30. It's another value game.
When's the release date, Porter?
It's August
8th.
August 8th. Yeah.
That's coming
another
up
one.
Here.
Yeah.
Boom. This is gonna be a whoa.
Is it 60 frames?
Oh shit! Guess who's back? My man Jay Fonzarelli. Welcome aboard. What's going on, brother?
Fonz.
Game 60 frames or 30?
I don't know.
Don't care. Don't know.
Actually, the frame rate's unlocked. It's unlocked.
It's 49 locked.
Yeah.
Okay, because it looks like it's higher than 30.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I will say this because you could tell. Oh, and Craig Harris is here. Yeah, the family's back.
Yo, Craig.
Yeah. Top flight security of the world, Craig.
What's that?
Get up, Craig. Get up, Craig.
Well,
I would say.
What's that?
What's going on, man?
What I was going to say about Hellblade, though, is this game is supposedly, they're saying 6 to 8 hours long. And for $30, that's a decent price. Honestly.
Yeah.
I think so. I think so.
Hey man,
remind me now. Wasn't Quantum Break $60?
I mean, man, you got, like I said, you got AAA titles with shorter campaigns.
But it came with a 4-hour movie. It came with a 4-hour video.
Oh shit! Yes, dude, man.
We talking about the order?
Man, this guy's damage controlling everything today. Oh yeah, order. I didn't like the order. I'm gonna be like, I think I'm the only PlayStation dude that hated the order. God, I hated that game.
I beat that game like what 2 months ago.
Graphically looks beautiful, but that's about it, bro.
I was like scratching my head when I was playing. I was like, "What the fuck do you need a cutscene to pick up a clip of a gun? Like what?"
Let me ask you guys though, since you brought it up, Rock. Let me ask you though. Okay, So you guys want the same game experience across the board, almost every game. This is a game that was advertised to give you that cinematic. I'm not damage controlling. I'm not damage controlling. I'm just saying they stated.
Hey, I'm ready to attack. Hey, Puerto Rock, I'm
the god of PlayStation. I got to hold it down.
Kratos, the god of damage control. Oh, it's not that I understand the cinematic feel. My problem is this: one, it's a shooting game, right? So it feels kind of slow and clunky. You know, it feels like I'm moving a tractor trailer.
It feels like you're in a movie, right? It feels like you're in a movie.
No. You ever seen John Wick? He don't move like that.
Yeah, but that would be Max Payne. John Wick would be equivalent to Max Payne.
What is it? Van Helsing. He don't move like that either. You know, it's just real slow for gameplay. But my main thing was, this is what really I didn't like. 90% of the weapons are useless. Because like the lightning gun, right? So like in the gameplay walkthrough, that lightning gun looks dope. I'm like, ooh. But when you actually try to use it, you can't because you're getting hit. And the shit's charging. It takes like 10 minutes to charge. And everybody's fucking you up. I'm like, this is stupid. Fuck this.
Well, Puerto Rock, another thing is too is that you don't really get to use that weapon a lot throughout the whole game.
It's made for the graphical, it's smoke and mirrors, man, and I get it. I get it. But at the same time, you can't tell me you can't wait for the Order 1887 or some stuff like that.
If they do, they have to do a lot of drastic changes to that one. They have to improve
the
graphics are already there. I mean,
you know what? By now, honest to God, in my opinion, there should have been DLC. There should have been DLC for the game because the way the game ended, I'm not trying to spoil shit, but it was very lackluster.
Yeah,
I was like, that was it.
They ain't gonna make DLC for a shit game. What you talking about, Willis?
Oh
shit! PlayStation Bros like, what are you talking about? PlayStation Bros about to curse me out. He's like, bro,
man.
Bro,
totally your opinion, dude. Totally your opinion.
I just didn't feel the game. It wasn't. I tried and I beat it. I beat the game. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the thing, I was like, man, they could have done so much more to this game to really stand out.
Yeah.
I think we've spent way too much time on an unoriginal QTE event game. We don't need to be talking about that game.
Okay. Yeah. There you go. My man finds fucking things up. All right. So anybody else has anything on Hellblade?
No.
Last thoughts on Hellblade?
Yeah.
All right. So
I'm buying it.
That's a day one.
Okay, yeah, definitely. That's my number one game for August. I can't wait to play that. All right, so we're gonna talk about PS Plus games for free and a couple other things that we got. So Just Cause 3.
All right, that's where it stops. Move on.
That's it.
That's it.
That game no good.
What about
it's good.
Freedom Cry? What's that about?
I guess it was like a standalone DLC, right?
Yeah, it is. You get to use the black dude.
You talking about Omicron?
You gotta download. You gotta download it this summer. You gotta support the black dude.
You know what I'm saying? This is an equal opportunity thing.
That motherfucker looks like Seal. Still from the grave.
I gotta get that game now.
I'm just saying, but do you have to have Black Flag in order to play this, or is it standalone?
Nope.
No, it's standalone.
Standalone.
Thank God, because I hated Black Flag.
I hated it.
That game was garbage.
It was.
Bro, I tried to go back and play. I tried to go back and play it like a couple weeks ago. That combat. See, the main thing about me, I don't know, man. That combat just felt so stiff and clunky. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand.
Yeah, it was a bit. Yeah.
You know, but my thing is, what Assassin's Creed they fucked up for me is I like to fight barehanded in Assassin's Creed. You know what I mean? The counters and all that shit.
Yeah.
So when they start taking it away and you had to use a weapon, that's when it kind of lost me.
What I like about Assassin's Creed before this piece of shit was, you're like an assassin that's like quiet and you're like in the shadows. You're not driving around in a big boat blowing up forts and shit. That kind of like takes the whole assassin thing part of it. That's what I didn't like about it. I'm driving in a boat, blowing up everything. Like, there's no point in being an assassin.
I agree, man.
You're more like a mercenary. You're not really an assassin. You're a mercenary.
Yeah.
It's just,
that's pretty much what he said at the beginning of the game. He said that if he had this ability, he would not follow some kind of code. So, they just told him to help him out on some of the hits. That's it. As long as you help now that's kind of the story. But I get what you're saying.
Holy! Oh, I thought that was J-Dub damage controlling. I was like, oh my God, this guy more damage controlling.
Hey, Rock, I got my sidekick in here. My sidekick, Craig.
Yeah, in cahoots, boy. This is damage control.
But I get what you're saying. Yeah, I understand why you didn't like it because that stuff with the forts was silly. But yeah, that's but that's what they were saying. He was pretty much going to be a mercenary stuff like that.
What is that shit? They fight in the shadows to defend the light? Yeah, bullshit. Throw this cannon. Boom!
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yo, I look over. I'm like, you're supposed to be sneaky. What the fuck?
Yo, this motherfucker got cannons and shit. I'm like, oh shit, this dude's bugging. But anyway, where we at? We go, okay. So I guess it's standalone. So that's pretty good to play. That's a good thing. So what about Just Cause 3? I didn't get to play that. How y'all like that? Who played that?
I loved it, man.
I heard it was pretty good.
It's good, but a buggy mess. It's buggy.
It had performance issues where frame drops, and it was really CPU intensive. So
Yeah, the game's doing a lot though. You know.
yeah,
I think it's
does
better with the pro patch. I think it does a lot better.
Yeah, I heard that the pro boost mode helps out quite a bit with it.
yeah, it keeps it stable, and but there's a lot of action in that game, a lot of explosions and stuff. So, but to me, I played and beat the game. It didn't hinder me at all. I saw what some people were talking about. There was some drop frames and stuff, and I'm one of those people. If I'm enjoying the game, some drop frames is not going to make me take the disc out and break it in half. And if that was a requirement for me, I'll be on my PC.
The problem with the game with all those Just Cause franchise, man, it's like if you have ADD, do not play this game. You understand what I'm telling you?
Yeah.
I played this game and I could not get past not 3 but 2. I couldn't get past the first mission. I just couldn't.
Yeah.
I just couldn't. I couldn't do it. Like I was just sitting there fucking around, tying cars to fucking airplanes and all that type of shit.
But see but all day that's the thing about that game. You 9 times out of 10 you don't actually play the story. You're so busy blowing shit up and doing stuff that you're not supposed to.
Right.
Taking jets in the sky and jumping out and parachuting just to see the scenery. But that's part of the game that's part of the thing that I like about the game.
That's the selling point.
That's the selling point. Look at Ghost Recon Wildlands. You can jump in that game and typically not even do one mission. You can just go and steal some airplanes or helicopters and just have fun. And those are the type of games
that's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah. Now you all said something about boost mode. What exactly is that? Is that something?
Man, Craig, let me ask you one question. You my man, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with you. You my panel mate. But where the fuck have you been?
And what is that?
Oh shit!
Oh, I know what that is. That's what.
Greg, boost.
Oh, okay, I got you there. I got you. I wrote it down.
Boost.
We got none but damage controllers and trolls in this podcast now. Oh shit! What's going on?
I forgot all about that. I forgot all about that. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Forgiven.
He said, "What's boost mode?" It goes from 30 frames to 35 frames. That's pro boost mode. All right, so I got you. Okay, so next thing I got from this, so the other games are like Super Motherload, PS3, Snakeball, PS3. I don't think does anybody even play a PS3 anymore? I have no idea. Vita, like, why are they giving? Who owns a Vita now?
It's It's a lot of dudes with playing Vitas, man. It's a cult following.
Let me ask y'all a question. Hey, is the memory cards for the Vita still like $1,000 or what?
Nah. They dirt cheap now. They dirt cheap.
The price the price of the Xbox One X.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, Sony deserved that L for making them damn proprietary cards that cost freaking $80.
$80 for 12 gigabytes.
They should get just straight slapped in the face.
Yeah.
For that shit. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It is what it is. I mean, yeah, Sony, they deserve to take an L on that. And to tell you the truth, that's really the reason that system didn't do what it should have done. And so, but there's a lot of people that play that game. I mean, play that system.
Oh yeah.
Wow. That's incredible. Like I thought that shit was dead already. I'm like, yo, just like cauterize the wound and shit. Like you know, just
they still
like Frozen. Let it go, let it go.
The Switch is pretty much killing it though. So.
Oh yeah, the Switch is gonna put it out.
Switch is a fucking beast.
Switch is pretty much.
At least you don't need your phone to do voice chat.
For now.
Get at me, bro. Get at me.
There's some fraudulent gamers out there, bro. I tried to argue me that the Vita was better than 3DS, bro.
Yeah. Better than the 3DS? Ooh, that's
like literally you must be a natural born idiot, bro.
Okay.
Big
wait.
Here we go. Here it goes.
Okay, listen. Now I own the 3DS. I own the 3DS and the Vita.
Dang.
Now here's the thing. Now, okay, what the Vita does is, you know, your remote play. It allows you to do that, and it has some more features that would make it a little bit better. But and plus, it has obviously better graphics. But the 3DS is a killer. I mean, that's the thing about it. Anything Nintendo touches. Yeah, it's all about games. Yeah. And Nintendo has games that are timeless, and it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you see a Mario or Zelda or Kirby, it's a wrap. You're gonna stop whatever you're doing on your PlayStation or Xbox or whatever and go play that. That's just what it is. So Nintendo is always going to be the king of handhelds. That's just what it is.
Oh man, I thought you were gonna damage control. Okay, good job.
No. The Vita had the hardware, but the 3DS had the software.
Yes, software always wins.
Software series.
Yep.
I argue with people all the time. Games is all that matters. All the other stuff is optional.
That's
I'll tell you, 10 years from now, when we look back at the PS4 and Xbox One and the Switch, we're gonna be talking about the games. No one's gonna be talking about, ooh, I remember those days of refunding. No one's gonna do that. I mean, it's a cool feature. I'm not damage controlling. It's a cool feature, but no one's really gonna remember the games they refunded. That's not a conversation.
Actually,
it's all gonna be about the games.
I remember the games that I refund because I hated them so much. I got a fucking refund for them. I'm like,
yeah. But you got to ask yourself, okay, services and hardware will always become secondary item over games. If people have games, they can look at the Switch. It barely has an online, and it has basically, you might as well say, no voice chat, and yet the thing sold freaking close to 5 million copies in like 3 months. You can't find one, and it's just going to keep going that way. People don't care. It's like, yeah, I want to be online. Yes, I want to chat, but at the end of the day, the games is what matters, and it is what it is. I mean, you can't argue with that.
Yeah, I think.
Go ahead, P-Rock. Go ahead, bro.
You know, like services and features that augments the gaming system with games. You know, I remember I looked back at the PS2 and Xbox. I had all three consoles, but the Xbox, the OG Xbox, the online was fire.
Yeah,
I mean, it blew past the PS2 by a mile.
Yeah,
but most people didn't care because PS2 had the games.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So the games will always be the priority. And the features will be the things that make the console better, but you got to have the games up front. The game's got to be there first. If you don't have the game first, no one's really going to care about the features. No one's going to really care that much. I ain't gonna say no one. You're just not going to get a huge popularity without the games. Yeah. The games is what brings the popularity.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a pound of Coke with a nice bag. You know what I mean?
Oh shit!
Look, the bag has a digital scale on the side. It tells you how much it weighs.
All right, and so moving on to the next thing, another open beta in August, Dreadnought. Any PC gamers? I know that's a big, I guess a popular PC game, Dreadnought. Anybody played that?
Yep.
No, I never played it.
J-Dub, you played it?
I played it, man.
Oh, so tell us about it. Damn, are you? I think you're a PC.
Look, no. So check it out, okay? And I'm just gonna wrap it up. I'm a PC gamer first, but the stuff that I play on PC is basically VR stuff, like obviously Overwatch, my shooters, and my flight and racing sims. So
you play League of Legends?
I do play some of that. You know, obviously StarCraft 2. I'm on this Player Underground. Escape from Tarkov, you know, as a first-person shooter. So that's what I do. But these days the bulk of my
this dude is truly a PC dude. Oh shit!
The bulk of my PC
gaming
gaming
is Kratos.
Master Race.
Yeah, man, but I'm looking for it's so many. Here's the thing, man, when people try to compare PC to consoles, because there's always this like it's a fight. It's like there is no fight, man. The PC crowd, the games is so vast. There's just games you've never heard of that's on PC, but it has a PC following. It is what it is. So I would never try to say yes, I have this or that, because at the same time, the PC doesn't have the Uncharted. It doesn't have the Naughty Dog games, the Guerrilla games, and stuff like that. And it won't have games that generally are built for the consoles. So plus the community. The gaming community, I do enjoy it better on a console. I mean, like, look, I'm rocking out with you guys all the time. On PC, it's like a handful of guys.
You don't hang out with rags and shit?
I don't, man. Not at all.
So
not at all.
Dreadnaught. Tell us about Dreadnaught then, since you played it.
Yeah, man. My friend gave me one of the codes to try it out, man. And let's say I'm logging in my Steam account now. 45 minutes of it.
All right.
Ah, crap.
Anybody gonna download this thing? It's supposed to be like warships and shit, like space battles and galactic warships and all this shit.
No, I'm good, bro. Yeah, I'm good, bro.
Well, I mean, it's free. It's free 99. Man, you know what I'm saying?
So it's air.
Download this shit so we can fuck up the universe and shit.
Here's the thing, though. I'm gonna tell you now. I know for a fact that this game is not gonna do well on the console, and only because, man, it's designed to play with a mouse and keyboard.
Really?
And you know how it is, man. You can tell.
Yeah. Like
man, it's a game. It's a game designed for a mouse and keyboard, and they just try to transition it over to controller. That shit just it never plays right.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Just like RTSs, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, bro, what's the word on the street? You've been tracking this game? What's going on?
Not really. I have some free codes for it, but I've never even mentioned it.
He's like, he forgot to give it. He doesn't even want to give the shit out. He's like, fuck this shit.
It's I think it's some kind of credits. I know if you're a PS Plus member, don't you get like $20 free content?
Yeah,
something like that.
So
you get you some more ships and stuff like that.
I don't know, man. It just
a space shooter. I mean,
yeah,
just not me.
It says all PlayStation Plus members will also get the Ravenswood Plus pack free.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Some of these games, people give me codes, man. I'll download them, play them on PC for like 10, 15, 20 minutes. If I'm interested, I'll keep it. If not, I'm deleting that crap. It's going off my hard drive.
Okay.
Yep.
Right. Hey, Craig, Jay Fonz and Craig, y'all ever heard this game, Dreadnought? Interested? Gonna download check it out?
Possibly. I need to hear. I'm glad to hear to listen to Kratos talk about it. I might try it. So I'm not for sure though. I'm gonna activate my PlayStation Plus thing like Friday. So I'm gonna be playing Elite Dangerous, MLB The Show. Everybody wants to come and try to strike me out on the show. Bring it on. So
Who's your team? Who's your team in MLB?
It won't matter. I'm not striking out.
Nice.
No, you gotta pick a team because if you save this one specific team, I'm gonna boot you off the gas.
Go Braves.
That's fine. I'll use the Reds and their dogs.
All right, so Reds are
Astros all day, baby.
Okay, that's fine too. If anybody says the Red Sox, you're out of this podcast. You're done. You're done.
You're gone.
Nah, the real play. I'm from
Cincinnati. Right, and then also more good stuff is for PlayStation Plus members, you get to play Doom for free starting tomorrow all the way up until the 30th.
Oh,
so
nice.
you're gonna So that's technically a free game, but it's limited to 4 days. So if you never played Doom before, and you have PlayStation Plus, starting tomorrow, you'll be able to download it and play the whole game.
now is Until Dawn, is that still free or have they pulled that yet?
It's still free.
It's still free until this weekend.
Right?
August 1st. So
yeah. So,
Okay.
So yeah. And you don't even have to download it. You could cancel the download just as long as you accept it.
Yeah,
your library.
It's part of your library.
Yeah.
So that's what I pretty much do to every game.
Mm-hmm.
Because you never know.
Okay.
Never really know if you want to play it one day. So I just click on every shit, but I cancel the download just as long as I have it as part of my library.
Right.
Doesn't bother. Yeah. So anyway, had anybody played Doom? I know that was a pretty popular sleeper hit last year.
Definitely, man. Doom. I mean, come on, that's legendary.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a PC. I definitely had to get that on PC. 4K 60 all day.
Oh,
you didn't get it on the Xbox One S?
I got it. $14. Can't beat that shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. No, you can't.
Yeah, man. I think that was what 720p, 60 frames, 50 frames.
Nah, I don't know. What I think it's 9, maybe it's between 720. I think it's 9. It looks pretty good.
792, something like that.
I think it was 812. I don't want you guys to be misinformed.
Yeah, but it's getting an X1X patch, so you know what I mean.
So it's gonna be in hand. Cool.
That's not bad. It is not bad. That's not bad.
No, I'm excited.
That's pretty good. Pretty good. All right. So we're gonna go on to the next topic. We're gonna keep this rolling. All right. This is when we're gonna start getting good. So
yeah.
Let's compare. We're gonna be comparing how Sony market demos their exclusives versus Microsoft markets demos theirs. And we're just gonna talk about this because this whole thing stems from Crackdown, right? So we all been talking about Crackdown all week long, right? And stuff like that. So what is it that? So let's say like in fact, let's look at the Uncharted Lost Legacy. You know, they just released a 14-minute video. Most of us saw it, except for the frauds, like all day.
Wow.
My man, you're my boy. All right, but you see the demo, right?
Yes.
You could tell whoever's playing the demo knows how to play the game.
Definitely.
Right? And you can tell they went with the single player aspect thing because that's the best part of Uncharted. They didn't try to show you the worst part. I'm not going to say is bad part, but they're not going to show you the weakness of Uncharted, which is the multiplayer. Sure, many people enjoy it, but that's not really the big thing about Uncharted. It's the single player story. So they show 14 minutes of the single player campaign, right?
Yep.
The person playing it obviously knows how to play the game.
Oh, yeah.
They actually picked a specific sequence to show you the conversation, the interaction,
curated.
Mission accomplished. They actually demoed and staged a proper looking way to show Lost Legacy.
Yeah.
Now let's look at Crackdown. So they don't show the best part of the game, which is the multiplayer and the destruction. So that's mistake number one. Mistake number two, they put in the hands of people that absolutely probably don't play games. That's enough. So they have no idea what they're doing. Number three, they didn't stage the demo to at least, if you're going to show the single player, pick a specific section where it's a mission and you have to do the mission. Don't put a controller and then let them just run around and do nothing where they're concentrating on the goddamn garbage can. Like, that doesn't mean anything.
On the ground.
Yeah.
The ground.
Force them to go in a direction. Like, hey, you're going to be playing, pre-prep.
Yeah.
Before the cameras go on, you're going to be playing this specific mission. We're going to give you a couple of drive-through practices. And then when we start the actual thing, you'll know exactly what to do.
Oh, how about just
and beat it?
How about just put it in the hands of a real gamer? How about that? Fuck these celebrities who's never touched a controller in their lives. You got the one girl going, "What does this stick thingy do?"
Yeah.
Oh, it turns the camera. Oh my goodness.
So big.
Yeah. Now, what they should look.
You know what? When
go ahead.
When you're putting out a movie, okay, you show a trailer. You show the best parts of the movie, like not all the best parts, but you show a good aspects of your movie. You don't put shit in your trailer. Nobody's gonna watch it. Same thing.
Unless you're Justice League, then you'll do it.
No, but here's the thing. Oh, come on, Justice League. but as far as this game goes, I think that the multiplayer, I'm going to come out and say, guys, it ain't ready. That's why they ain't showing it. The multiplayer is fucked. I'm going to say it. It's fucked.
That's what all day said too, man. It wasn't ready.
I agree, but I didn't say it to that. I didn't use the theatrical flair. But I think there's something wrong. There's something wrong with the multiplayer. That's the only logical reason on why they haven't shown it yet.
But why? Guys, this game.
Come on.
Yeah, I knew something was wrong with that game when E3 came and they showed 15, 20 minutes of the Sea of Thieves, and they showed you like a minute of Crackdown 3, and most of that was just Terry Crews and some fast cutscenes of some CG. I said then, yep, they do not want you to see that game. And sure enough, Now we know why. But when it comes to having somebody to show the game off, they should have did. You know, if they're gonna have celebrities, drunk celebrities at that, to play this game, they should have did what I do with my, with my little boys. I hand them the controller with the cable connected to it, but it's not plugged into the system. So they think they're playing, and on the other end, I'm playing and I know what I'm doing. You know, that's what they should have did.
Wow, treat them like kids.
Yeah.
Here you go, dude from Buffy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Well, let me say this real fast. First things first, Porter Rock, you and Jay Fonz's video about this subject, it was top notch, and I'm not just saying that was good work by both you guys. Mm-hmm. What really surprised me was that why were they at Comic-Con? I know two people that went to Comic-Con, and they were like, why are they even here? The only game that should have been at Comic-Con was Spider-Man, which was there. Because that has at least something to do with comics. But I just think that they totally, it's just like they don't know what they're doing over there anymore. And it's just to a point where I really am to a point now where I just don't think they care. Ask pretty basic questions about the Xbox X. I know we're talking about Crackdown, but shout out to Kratos. He came on the other day and he said, look, there's something else going on with that cloud and all this kind of stuff. And if there is something wrong, then that's a shame. Yeah. Because and I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm not saying that to be facetious. I'm not trying to fanboy here, because there are a lot of people really looking forward to that game. And you could tell by the post, whether it's been on Twitter, on YouTube, and some of the F5 damage controlling that was going on after that came out, that a lot of people are disappointed in that game. And I think that's going to lead to overall disappointment with this console, because you got a group of people who are literally running around saying the multi-plats are going to run and look better. And I just want to ask a general question. If downsampling was so good, so great, why didn't they show that at E3? Why they could have?
I don't think they used the One X. I think it was on the One S.
I don't think so, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's because it was the X, because at E3 they stated exclusively on the Xbox One X, or it was that one that those marketing terms. All these games were supposed to be ran on the X. None of the games at E3 were running on the S.
Are you talking about the Comic-Con demo or the E3?
No, at E3. It's
the Comic-Con demo was on the One S.
Let me ask you this, guys. Okay, why would they show the inferior version of the game if they got a console come out? It makes no sense. Yeah, it makes no sense for them.
I can answer that.
Go ahead.
Easy. You know why? I can answer. This ain't DC. It's because you can't make a cell shaded game graphically look great. There's no way a cell shaded game is not going to sell a $500 console. If anything, is going to make it worse. There's no way you're going to see a huge difference on the One X on a cell shaded game. You put that game and you say it's on a $500 console, people will be like, well, look at fucking Infamous on the PlayStation 4. But people don't understand the art style of cell shaded. Cell shaded aren't big graphical beast games.
But Rock, if you look back, and there was a video that went out today that Tim Dog, shout out to Tim Dog, he posted. It was the 2015 demo that they showed of Crackdown. 2015. Yeah. That game was cell shaded and it looked beautiful.
It looked great, yeah.
It looked beautiful.
Here's the thing about this.
Here's my thing. I think
years later, a 6 teraflop system, it looks horrible.
But I'll put it this way: I would not like, even if I work for Microsoft and freaking and Major Nelson is like, oh yeah, we're gonna put Crackdown in the kiosk, I will slap him. I'll be like, what the fuck are you thinking? You better put Assassin's Creed on that goddamn kiosk. Are you retarded? Like, you can't sell a $500 console with a cell shaded game. It's not going to be that graphically great. It might look nice, but it's not going to be a $500. It's just not.
Rock. But the thing with cell shaded games, even though it's cell shaded, they could still show you better draw distances, better freaking. It'll be more crisp. It'll look a little bit better. There are things about it that would look better on the X. However, I think here, put your tinfoil hats on, guys, because I'm about to tell you something that I kind of think that might have been going on here. You know, one reason why I think
Conspiracy?
they put it in the hands of the controller in the hands of folks that didn't know how to play this game, because like Porter Rock was saying about, show them the missions, show them to do this and that, guess why they did that? I think they did that because they don't really have anything that fantastic to show you in this game. The campaign really isn't even that great. So they put it in the hands of the controller in the hands of folks that don't know how to play it, because that way they could use that as an excuse. Oh, these people didn't know how to play that, so that's why it looks boring. That's why it looks uninteresting.
That's
because
That's fucked
It
up.
would have been better not to show the game at all.
That's messed up.
It would have been better not even being there.
Delay the game. Delay the game. I mean, don't we
not
all
even
agree?
delay, like if you know you can meet the November timeline, right? And you need games content, don't go to Comic-Con. Because this is milk. This isn't wine. It's not the news and the narrative behind Crackdown is not getting better. This is like milk. It's getting old and it's getting spoiled quick. My opinion, Microsoft needs to release the multiplayer like tomorrow on Mixer. Like tomorrow.
Have you guys played Crackdown?
Something.
One or two?
I played 1 and 2. Both.
Okay, but do you remember the mission structure? It wasn't great.
No,
it wasn't great in the.
I agree. I know the story mode wasn't that great. Yeah.
The first one was okay. It was a good game. It was all right, but people got it for the Halo 3 demo.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, and I would say one thing. This is one thing I try to tell people. So Crackdown, was pretty popular, but then games like Prototype and Infamous came out, which the stories were actually good. You know what I'm saying?
Saints Row, yeah.
So it raised the bar for that third place. Then when Crackdown 2 came out, everybody was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" I'm not lying. Crackdown 2 was fucking whack. Am I lying all day?
Yeah.
It's all day drop.
Yeah.
This dude want to get a sandwich?
So let me tell you this. I'm gonna just share you this. I have a friend, and I'm not gonna say he's an insider or something, but he's somebody in the know.
Oh shit.
He said,
Fox.
Breaking news. Okay. No, but what he told me, he said, look, this game was going to be canceled a long time ago because they could never get the cloud thing that they promised. It just doesn't work. And that's a reason why other companies, more talented companies and developers, have never done that. And he said that they were going to cancel it. But the problem is they had already canceled Fable. They had already canceled Scalebound. They couldn't dare come out with more games to cancel, so they just said we're just going to ride this to the end, and the development of it just kind of stopped, and they just kind of left it where it is and say, well, shit, it's better than nothing. And I think that's what we have.
I mean, that's my whole thing is that, okay, if that's true, all right, let's say that is true. I mean, how disappointing is that? I mean, forget about the fanboy BS. That is disappointing when you're coming out with new hardware. And I kind of laughed at Porter Rock a couple weeks ago when he said that Sony would not outsell the Xbox. And I'm thinking, no, there's no way. There's new hardware. But I'm thinking, if this is what you're going to put on there, I got my hands up right now. This is pathetic. This is pathetic. If that's going to be the final product, and anytime you got to a point where there are guys just telling the truth about it, getting attacked and getting drugged, Xbox guys, big time. I'm not going to say their names. Everybody knows who we're talking about here. That's sad. That is really sad. And I said before, I was not going to buy an Xbox One X. But if this thing comes out and it starts to flounder like a goldfish on land, I'll go out and I will try to buy one. I mean, I'll do something. I'll give plasma or something because this thing is not going to take off well. If this is one of your launch titles, I believe this game is coming out day on day. So this is not good. And if they're going to push a game like Assassin's Creed, that game will be out almost 10 days on the PlayStation. And, before it hits the Xbox X. I mean, what do you think people are going to do? I mean, it's just, it's frustrating.
Have you guys ever thought about maybe the possibility that this game was once Microsoft thought they might cancel this game at one time, and maybe they did because of the backlash.
That's what Jay was.
But that's what I was saying. That's what I said. A friend of mine told me that it just wasn't going good. They weren't able to do what they needed to do, so they were going to cancel the game. But the problem is they had already canceled too many games, and they got the backlash, and they already don't have many backup titles besides Gears, Halo, and Forza to kind of keep the thing running. So, I mean, at this point in time, I mean, what do they do?
Yeah, that's a pretty interesting point because you know, it's a pretty interesting point because I always wondered, you know, because this whole, you know, cloud physics and destruction was announced with Crackdown. That was like 2014.
14,
yeah. But since then, they haven't mentioned it for any other product, which I thought was weird. Like, why is it only this technology is associated to Crackdown? Why haven't they implemented it in Forza? You know, more improved cloud physics for Forza, cloud physics for Gears of War, or even like fucking Sea of Thieves, you know, boats smashing right into each other. Like, why is it only exclusive to Crackdown and no other game? Like, wouldn't this be perfect for a whole bunch of other games that Microsoft has? So I always found that weird that every time we hear cloud physics, it's only associated to just one game, you know? And I just don't see how a server farm that handles this being used just for one game. The cost analysis doesn't sound right to me. You're going to spend millions on this technology just for one game? Something spooky about this. Yo, PlayStation, bro, you're a media guru and stuff like that. I know you're primary PlayStation. You're primary PlayStation, but how's your view on the Xbox side in terms of how they're handling the message they're sending? You know, the media, how they're advertising their stuff. Like, I know, like how you see that compared to what PlayStation's doing.
Yeah, it can be a mess at times. Like you're saying, the Comic-Con presentation with that dude from Buffy or whatever playing the game and all that, it was a mess, man. I mean, I understand, you know, maybe on social media people thought it was funny, but it did nothing to help the game out. Like you guys are saying, Sony sent out the Uncharted video. It showed beautiful landscapes. It was, you know, someone played it who knew what they were doing. It's like you know, night and day with the two companies. I don't know what's going on at Microsoft right now. I mean, they've been doing this shit for years. You think by now they'd have a pretty well developed team that knows how to handle these situations and properly, you know, show the games. But hell, I guess not.
Well, look, I've said, guys, I've said several times. This is my honest opinion. Obviously, like everyone knows, I'm going to buy the Xbox One X day one. Here's the thing. I think no matter how much you care for these, you know, some of these guys care for these executives like Aaron Greenberg, Phil Spencer, and Mike Ibarra. I think those guys have to go. I think they need to pull some new blood in, some younger people, some people who have contacts in the development community that can go around and get easy deals to kind of bring some more favors. Because right now, I think the guys that they have, a lot of people don't like them, even developers and other companies. I mean, look at what happened with Platinum Games fiasco, and they're not the only ones. I just think there's this, like someone said in the comment section a couple of days ago, there's this cloud stuck over Microsoft and Xbox, and they can't seem to shake it. No matter what they do, it follows them around everywhere. And I think you remember how when the guy Don Matrix, when he had that fiasco, everyone was like, yep, he got to go. They need to get him out of there and start over. And I think we just may have to have this. They can't continue on like this. They can't.
Well, just imagine, guys, if you're a developer and you see Crackdown, okay, are you really going to go out of your way? And you see the media fiasco, like brother right here was just saying, they didn't do themselves any favor for that game nor the company. Are you really going to go out of your way to program games to look better and run better on that console? And then, I'm not saying that to be funny. Just ask yourself that question.
Yeah, I mean, of course. Of course. I mean, they did it for
I would not.
They did it for PS4 and Xbox. If they did, if that statement, here's the thing, they're not gonna. All right. Let's put it this way, and I'm gonna put my devil's advocate hat. If it was a system like the PS3, where it was a pain in the ass to do it, and you needed more money and more manpower, then the answer would be no, because you're not gonna invest extra money into a console.
That's fair.
So they're not gonna do that. But if the console, if the performance is easy, it doesn't take much effort, if any effort at all to do it, then why not? They're going to do it because they can. As long as it doesn't cost extra man hour, it doesn't cost extra manpower. Man hours and money, they'll do it because they have no reason not to. You know,
well, again, I'll believe it when I see it, and I'll be the first one to say, hey, look, that's fine. But there's just those cars like somebody DM me and said, "Look like those cars are trying to have sex with each other on top of each other."
I don't know.
What? Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
It might be a shitty developer, but I think like if on average, there's going to be 90% of the multiplats will look better than the Pro. It's just going to happen. I mean, the thing has it has more power. I mean, it's no different than the PS4 versus the Xbox One. It was a more powerful console, so you had better looking games. You know, maybe not by much, but it was still better. So now, you know, it's a normal approach. There's nothing like this. Everybody's treating this like if it's a new concept. Like, oh my God, a more powerful hardware is gonna have better looking games. It's always been like that. More powerful hardware has always looked better.
And when that's announced, I'll be the first one to say it. But so far, as of right now, we're still waiting on Star Wars Battlefront. I've been hearing, I've already kind of
been, but now you're nitpicking like on average.
Well, these are the big titles though.
But like, all right, so because Star Wars Battlefront,
bro, I played a lot of games. I played a lot of games, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to look at the whole portfolio. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, like Star Wars Battlefront was like 900p on the PS4, but it was still better than the Xbox One version. You understand what I'm saying?
No, I did not know that.
So it's not like they didn't keep Star Wars Battlefront the same on the PS4 and Xbox One. The PS4 was at least resolution wise, it was better. You know, so it's the console.
I did not know. Yeah, I thought they parried both of those. I know they came out at the same time, right?
No, believe it or not, there was not that much parity between the Xbox One and PS4. If a developer could have done more on the 4, they did. Why? Because it was easy. It was easy, and it didn't cost any extra money. Same thing with the One X. As long as it doesn't cost extra money, manpower, or hours to get the better performance, they're gonna do it.
If you gotta have agents coming down on a fucking rappelling down in the building for extra help to make the game better,
then they're not gonna. Then they're not gonna work it. Yeah, like if they need to call Microsoft to hire help and send them down to their studios, they're not.
Remember, didn't Phil and all them say that they had extra people to send out to the dev studios to help them?
The Xbox One, yeah. So in those cases, a lot of studios are like, we're not going to keep calling Microsoft and delay production. No, they're not going to waste their time. They're just going to release it.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? But the One X ain't built that way. It's going to be easy. So
that's like you buy the keys from sending someone over to help you drive it. Like, no, man, I don't need to drive this motherfucker.
But guys, how do we fix this? Okay, we know what's wrong. We see all the crazy stuff that's going on. How does Microsoft fix this?
I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's not gonna get fixed. Like the marketing and the decision makings and stuff. I'm gonna tell you why it's not gonna get fixed. Is because this is the truth. No fanboy shit. The Xbox One S the Xbox brand is doing exactly what it's supposed to do, which is make money.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. It doesn't. If there's people who are pissed off at Xbox, go on Twitter. You know, start the console war and rage and talk shit. It doesn't matter. Because Microsoft is getting checks out of this console. They're getting checks.
From the services, though, not from the game.
But it doesn't matter. Microsoft doesn't really care how they get a check. Just as
long as they get a check.
You know, listen. I could work for $1 million or somebody could donate it. It's still $1 million. Either way.
You're right.
It doesn't matter how I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's just,
but as a gamer, as an Xbox gamer.
But that's all day.
All day. You're an Xbox gamer.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, knowing that the type of games that they're delivering are not up to snuff from the competition or from your standards? They can do better. They're one of the richest companies in the world. Why are they even in this position?
You know what? 2013, man. I mean, I think that had a back stigma. And just for me as a gamer, I'm super petty, bro. Like, a lot of shit doesn't impress me. I've been gaming too long. I'm jaded as fuck. Mm-hmm. So when I see games like Rise and Quantum Break and Sunset Overdrive, I'm like, okay. Right. And then like the same, like Uncharted, like the same thing. Like it's a dope. The narrative keeps me going, but gameplay-wise, okay. You know what I mean? They're good experiences. Don't get me wrong. I'm just jaded, man. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But I just think Phil. I mean, when he said third party wasn't important, that kind of bothered me. You know what I mean? When he said we want to work on first party first, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He just put $1 billion in the games. He said what last month?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We just got to. I mean, it's getting to the point where I'm getting tired of waiting. You know, you keep on hearing. Wait for E3. We waited. We got nothing.
Wait for holiday. Yeah.
We'll wait for Gamescom.
Now
You know
this
what I
ain't
mean?
Gamescom. Like, oh, shit.
Like,
Yo,
wow.
listen,
Like,
I'm gonna say this.
what am I?
You'll be an old man by the time.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this.
I feel like I'm a fucking gargoyle sitting on
Yo,
the fucking.
No,
in
you've
Gotham.
waited 3 consoles. You've waited 3 consoles in 4 years, basically.
Waiting
Yeah.
for what?
Hey, you know
But Jay, like you said, I just think they need fresh blood.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna say this. I know some people bash, Microsoft's multiple console development, but I'll be honest. I think it was a great idea because now nobody talks about the OG Xbox.
Right.
They
Well,
talk about the Xbox One S, which is a good console.
Yeah.
Right.
And
But
so
like
I think Phil little by little is trying to fade the memory of the OG Xbox little by little.
Yeah.
He's trying to get that shit out the way.
You know what?
You can't
know what,
without
though?
gamers.
Microsoft, with all their issues and stuff, it doesn't help that they have a fan base that constantly pats them on the back, gives them no criticism, and make excuses for them all the time. That doesn't help at all. And they have their Phil's always got his ear to the gamer, so to speak, on Twitter, and that's great. But when they constantly pat him on the back, it's not.
Yeah, when you pat them on the back, they're just gonna keep on condoning the shit that real gamers don't like.
Yeah.
Well, they don't think they have a problem. They don't think they have a problem.
Right.
The fan base get up there. Oh, thank you, Phil. Oh, thank you. Whatever their names are. And that's part of the problem.
You're my hero.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like I feel like with the Xbox One S, I love the console. I own one. It's a great console. I love the way it looks. But at the same time, when that console launched, that was just Phil getting comfortable back, getting Microsoft in the driver's seat again.
Yeah.
Getting comfortable again and ready to move forward. But guess what? It's still 3 years later. You know what I mean?
Look, he said, Phil Spencer said, new games are going to come. It's going to take 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, because he just recently invested in them.
But I'm like, seriously, like I'm like, okay, you got a new console launching in a couple of months, and if I have to wait 2 to 3 years for that, that's depressing.
I'm gonna say this. In his mind, I don't know whether we agree, whether we think he's right or wrong, whatever. In his mind, he feels, based on the numbers, based on our sales of games and stuff like that, he probably feels jumping into the 4K market early and trying to set the narrative of getting these multi-platform 4K is probably a better long-term strategy than trying to help the Xbox One S right now. I think that's what he's going for. I think he's more worried about the Xbox of 2020, 2021 than he is worried about the Xbox of 2017. Because let's be honest, this is Sony's industry. They own it. This is like the PS2 all over again. There's no taking it back. I know some people will be like, the comeback. There is no comeback. The game's over. Super Bowl's over. Get the fuck out the stadium. Patriots won. All right? Atlanta Falcons fucked it up. Go the fuck home. Like, that's it. It's over. There's no comeback.
But Brock, the problem with that, okay, that would be good if it was just Microsoft and Sony. But now you got Nintendo coming around the back. You got the little plumbers right on the ass of Microsoft. These guys have hit a third of the sales that Microsoft have total.
I understand, I completely understand what you're saying, but you got to understand this. Nintendo could go sell their consoles, and let's say in a year and a half they surpass Xbox One sales, right? And everybody will be talking shit. But Phil Spencer and Satya Nadella, they still get a check. As long as Nintendo don't fucks over their checks, they don't care. As long as they get profit, that's it. That's the only thing they're fighting for. They're just fighting to make sure the revenue stays in the black. You know what I'm saying?
Let me just say,
that's what they could do right now. That's all they could do right now. All they could do is make sure their revenue's in the black and that the division is making more money with every day, whether it's from services, Game Pass, whatever. As long as they make a check, as long as they don't have to pull money from their other divisions to keep Xbox division afloat, that's all that matter. All they want is the Xbox division to make its own money and invest in itself. Leave Office alone. Leave our servers alone. Leave our, all the government contracts alone. We're not giving you no more money from all these other programs and these other divisions. You can't have this money. The Xbox division has to support itself with its own funding, and that's what it's doing. It's making its own money and it's making profit. That's it, and that's all. That's at the point where they're at now, which is much better than what they were at in 2013 and 2014 when everything went to shit. So they're in a comfortable place where the product is making money. Granted, to the gamers, there's a lot of complaints, not enough exclusives and this, that, and the third. But right now, Microsoft with that division is making money for itself, which could eventually invest in the future.
With
Right.
You know, only thing is, gamers just have to be patient.
With the X, I think that they're only relying now on third party to sell this console. That's basically what they got to rely on right now. And the problem with that is, yes, we should get the best representations of these third party games, and they should play better and everything. It's got better specs than the Pro. However, are we going to get much better graphics than the Pro? Because some of these developers, I wouldn't count on all of them trying to really enhance the X version because of sales and PlayStation doing better and all that. I wouldn't count on that. I as a company, I wouldn't rely on that solely. So if they don't come out with some big bang game, come on. Like we know that this is not going to be a very smooth road for them.
Yeah. I'll say this, like, even with the graphics, I mean, it's not even. I mean,
you gotta make sure you got.
Go ahead. Say again.
No, he muted his mic. Something's wrong with his mic.
Okay. Yeah, something's wrong with your mic. But anyway, what I'm saying is this: it's not even so much the graphics, because again, if they made the console very easy to develop for, I think the graphics are going to be there. The third-party strategy where they're not doing a good job is they didn't go grab the biggest third party out there. Like this September, you have a Pro with Destiny 2 in the box for $450, and it has $100 worth of content.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? The X1, even if the 1X had the best graphics, is not out. The only console that has Destiny 2 at that level is the Pro. You understand what I'm saying? That's where I think Microsoft is screwing up. Like, if you're going to rely on third party, you got to do it right. You got to get the marketing right. You got to put the game in the box. Don't make a person pay $500 for the 1X, and then he has to go to the shelf and pay $60 for the game. Because now you're talking $560. It's no longer $500.
Yeah.
Put the game in the box.
Have a Madden bundle, Porter Rock.
Shit, bro.
Yeah, but Xbox
you know what,
One
man?
X, yeah.
You're just a fucking troll, bro. Like, stop it.
Look,
Madden's one of the most popular games in the States.
It's been no secret. You know, I've told all you guys that I was buying this X day one. I was buying this the whole time they were pushing this thing.
Yeah,
I was going to buy this, and I'm excited to buy this. But the reason why I'm excited to buy this is not for Crackdown 3 or any of their exclusive games. No, I'm excited to buy this because I'm going to get the best representations of these third-party games. It's because I like to have the best console out there, no matter what it is. I'm one of those power guys. So that's why I'm excited for it. I'm not excited to play Crackdown 3. I mean, come on. Honestly, let's be real here. Anybody who says they're really excited for Crackdown 3 has to be a Crackdown nut. Love that.
Well, honestly. Let me ask, I totally agree with you, but let me ask you this, okay? Okay, you're going to get the better of the multi-plats, but then you have to look at it on the same time. Okay, well, if there's no multi-plats coming out, what are you going to be playing? You look at the other side, you got game.
Bro, that's easy. My PS4 Pro, it's right.
Yeah, no, I get it, but you know, stuff in. Okay, you have $500 this holiday season. The last console you have, obviously, we all know, not many people moved over from the Xbox 360 side to the Xbox One because they're only sitting around 26 to 30 million. So we know the Xbox 360 sold 90 million. So there's a crap load. There was 60 million people out there that are waiting to move to the next generation. Now a
lot of them jumped to the PS4 right from the get-go. A lot of them jumped.
Maybe so, but you know,
I have a lot of friends on PS4 that were former 360 guys. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, you know,
I just think the question is hard to ask. You know, because there's never been a generation where I didn't own everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what I mean? It's hard to answer. You know what I mean?
But and they didn't do any favors with the $500. If they would have made it, let's say $399, it would have really. I think it would have pushed it a little bit better, and people have been a little bit more lenient with the lack of content. But now it's $500, and then you have stuff like the whole Crackdown fiasco, and then you have Phil Spencer coming out every week saying something that pisses everybody off, like the whole wait 2 to 3 years or 60 frames don't really matter, and all of this stuff is just, it wears on you as an Xbox gamer. It has to hurt. It has to.
That's what I'm saying. You should be.
Why does that piss people off when he says 60 frames doesn't matter? Why does that piss people off when the casual gamer, that's the truth? Why does that piss people off when the PS4 Pro doesn't utilize 60 frames? Why does that piss you off?
Because Fonz, you're selling me. You're trying to sell me this $500 system that is supposed to be 4K 60 frame or whatever, and yet you tell me
it's not. No,
I'm just saying, what if it was advertised?
They're selling you 4K, bro. They're selling you 4K.
Yeah, that's 4K. Okay, 4K. That's more like it, but obviously, and I know a lot of the
I know what you mean.
That's the problem with this whole mid-gen refresh on both sides,
bullshit, bro.
Yeah.
Pushing 4K. It's ridiculous. I've been telling people this for a year now. They should not be pushing 4K. They should be pushing 1080p, 60 frames. This 4K push is just to sell TVs and shit. It's fucking stupid. These consoles can't handle native 4K. They just can't do it. Sure, you could do it on some games, but it's not going to be on all games. So why go that route? Why push that route? Yes, to push the 4K agenda. That's all it's about. Yeah. It's not about giving you better graphics.
I've never, Fonz. I mean, you know as well. I mean, a lot of us. Really, I don't know. I can speak for myself, Fonz. I don't care about the mid-gen upgrades, bro.
I'm there with you, brother. I'm there with you.
Yeah.
But I mean, since I do have a 4K TV now, but I'm not gonna sit up here and lie and say I don't want to see 4K content because I do, because I got one now.
Yeah.
But I would rather than focus on, at least if you're gonna do 4K, 1440p. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Push 1080p on across the board, 60 frames. Do that first.
Yo, so
give me that option.
That was
some games are.
Yeah, go ahead, PlayStation, bro.
So a lot of games are starting to have that option, kind of like the computer, so it's a start.
Here's my thing. I mentioned on Twitter that if I was in charge of this whole mid-gen refresh for both Microsoft and Sony, what I would have done is there wouldn't be a Pro and a 1X. It would be the Xbox One S and the PS4 Slim, but they would have had hardware just enough to push 1080p Ultra at 60 frames. So that way the consoles will be.
So you mean it would have came out with a Slim model and it had that in there?
Yeah, had that in there. That's it. There's just right off the bat. The Slim is the mid-gen refresh. The Xbox One S is the mid-gen refresh. Probably would have cost $350, right? Not this $400 or $500 shit. $350, anywhere, but. Is 1080p 60 frames locked at ultra settings. That way everybody can jump on. It's a win for everybody. It's a win for the casuals.
Somebody get this man a job. Somebody get this man a job.
The casuals, they're gonna get the Slim anyway. It only costs like $350. It'll cost $350, so it's not too expensive. But at the same time, it's affordable for the hardcore to upgrade and finally get their 60 frames ultra settings on a TV everybody owns already.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that to me is a proper mid-gen refresh. That to me is a refresh. Because obviously, the reason why these consoles, the Slim, the Vanilla's consoles, they had to use cheap, outdated components to put out in 2013. They didn't have Polaris architecture, so I think a true mid-gen refresh would have been just finally give us 1080p locked at 60 with ultra settings, and I think gamers would have been more than happy with that. You would have had the casuals because the consoles are still kind of cheap. They're not this $400 or $500 price tag, but at the same time, it would have been perfect for the hardcore to jump on it because they're finally, and I would say more hardcore would appreciate the 60 frames more than anything else. Lock 60 across everything on ultra settings, everybody would have been happy. Everybody would have been happy. This would have been a win for everybody.
It's sad that the fact that we kind of went backwards with that because during the PS2 there was a lot of 60 frames games, Metal Gear Solid 2 was 60 frames, Devil May Cry 3, Ninja Gaiden Black, most of the fighter, all those
60 frames.
Yep, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, they started pushing graphics over anything else. I get why people want an Xbox X as a gamer, but don't tell me that people are not disappointed. I'm not saying they're still not going to go buy it because they are, but to not have something that's going to authentically push that console that you can't go get somewhere else, whether it be on the PlayStation, the Xbox S, or possibly a PC, like Kratos said earlier, and you got them, you got Phil Spencer saying the stuff that he's been saying about, we're not, these type of games don't appeal and stuff like that. That's disappointing as a gamer. I mean, I'll never tell somebody what to go do with their money, but I do agree with what Jay Fawn said. If you think that the game should look better, but to count on that, I'm just saying, hey, look, I'm going to hold off because right now, Assassin's Creed, which will be a popular game, that build is going to be the same on the Pro as it is on the X. That's confirmed.
But you should get a better performance on the X. No matter what, you should get better performance, and that's
okay. You should. I'm not okay, but let's wait and see. We should. But right now,
I would say I think both games are going to be 30 frames. I don't think they're going to try to make one game 60, one game 30. But
both are checkerboarded. Both are 30.
Yeah, both are checkerboarded. But because of the RAM and all that stuff, you're actually going to get better textures and graphics and visuals. You're going to get that.
You should.
It's not checkerboarded on the X. Actually, it's just dynamic 4K on the X.
Oh, dynamic 4K? Yeah. Man, all this fucking lingo is bugging out.
Yeah. Either way, none of it's native. Or in the marketing term says it's true 4K, which is just a made up term. It's not a standard by any stretch of the imagination.
But here's the thing: there is going to be a lot of true 4K games on there. A lot more than there is on the Pro day one.
Wait.
There's a lot
definitely.
Yeah.
Wait, how do you figure?
Because it's more powerful.
No. Listen, true 4K is.
I'm talking about
native
4K.
Okay, yeah, because he said true 4K. Now you do know Microsoft's definition of true 4K is checkerboarded, dynamic, and everything under the umbrella. It doesn't matter. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's going to be a bunch of games that are out currently right now that will get a 4K enhancement.
Yes. Yes.
No,
definitely agree with you.
Yeah. And right now, I think there's only 10 true native titles on the Pro, and they're mostly like arcade racers and just.
I know. Well, if you want to go to the true 4K, that would mean Mass Effect because it's
Mass Effect.
No, he said native. He's talking about native 4K.
Talking about the native.
Oh, native. Yeah, you're right about native. No, you're right about the native thing. Yeah.
But you know what?
4K means native, checkerboarded, and dynamic.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, to a for me as a PlayStation, as a guy that plays the PlayStation majority of the time, I look at the stuff that really sells me. It's like, I know I'm going to get the Spider-Man. That's something. It's like I have to have. So if I didn't have a PlayStation,
software always wins.
Software, it forces me to go out and buy a PlayStation, even when I didn't want to, because come on, it's Spider-Man. Who's not going to watch a Spider-Man movie or something like that? The God of War, the Days Gone, and all of those games that forces you to get out of your chair, go down to the GameStop or Target or whatever, and buy the console. That is what grabs. That's what grabs you. That's what sells. That's why the thing is selling.
But I'll say this: I'll play devil's advocate. I don't own the Xbox, but I know a lot of people that do and stuff like that. And even on the 360, when I owned that and the Xbox one of the biggest strengths was the community and the online. And that's just not a new topic. A lot of people talk about it if it's new. That shit goes back to the OG Xbox because that was the main thing about the OG Xbox was the online and just how everything was set up. And I know we could talk about saying, the Xbox should be more like the PlayStation in terms of software, but I think it's okay to have a console that does something that has a different focus and a different priority. Even like every console can't be number one. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't work that way. You gotta have a number 2 and a number 3 console. But if that console is number 2, number 3, but it does something different, then it's not really a bad proposition. Sure, it's not like the number 1. But in its own right, is it doing something different that you can appreciate and enjoy entertainment for that console? And I think that's what the Xbox One does. It provides a level of entertainment for specific users, because like you could hype. I mean, you can hype software all day long, but it's an opinion. If people don't like Spider-Man, they don't like Spider-Man. It's just if people don't like single-player games, there's people who don't play single-player games no more. It's multiplayer. That's it. That's one of the reasons why Quantum Break didn't sell. They're like, I don't want to play this game. I don't want to play single player. I want to play with other people and whoop their ass. That's all I want to do all day. I mean, that's the truth. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Order Rock, I want to give a shout out to Jose Betancourt in your chat. What's up, dude?
What's up, Jose?
He said He said the performance difference will not matter to the masses on the X. It won't matter to the masses, and he's absolutely correct. I'm a rare breed that likes to just buy all the consoles and stuff. There's not many people are going to be able to do that or afford that or even want to do it. So he's right. It's not going to appeal to the masses.
It's the hardcore. It's the techies,
and the techies and the guys
enthusiasts. Yeah, there's people who are just gonna buy it just to fucking dissect it and shit like that. Do like they break it open and they make a video. And there's gonna be that one asshole who buys it and smashes with a sledgehammer. you always have that one asshole. There's always that one asshole. Anyway, so let's talk about the last thing. So I didn't know this. This kind of blew my mind. But I guess Killing Floor 2 is coming to the Xbox that has exclusive content. What blew my mind is I thought the game was already on Xbox. Like I didn't know it was.
Yeah, it's been out for over a year, so yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't know it wasn't. So here's my question. So this was a free game on PSN. So maybe this is more for all day J-Fons, more on the Xbox side. Is there any conversations where like Xbox gamers are like, why the fuck do we have to pay a game that was offered for free on the PlayStation? Is there any talks like that? Because I know I'll be feeling some type of way if Sony sells me some shit and you guys got it for free. I'll be like, what the fuck?
Actually, no, they're excited about it, bro. People I've talked to, they're excited about getting it. Me personally, I didn't care for it when I got it for free. I uninstalled that bitch 2 hours later.
Damn.
So there's no conversation on like why did PlayStation get it for free yet we getting it and now we have to pay for it as gold subscribers or anything like that?
They're getting 4K assets and all that, right? I mean, it's going to be Xbox One enhanced, correct?
Yes, it's going to be enhanced. Yeah.
So yeah, they're all probably pretty excited.
The developers had to spend 2 hours porting that over, so that they want their money.
Yeah.
Really? That's all?
No, I'm sure.
Keep in mind. Are you serious?
And I'm joking, of course.
Oh, I was about to say 2 hours.
Isn't that
we're always talking about how fast it is to port games?
It takes me longer to set up the podcast.
No, that's easy, bro.
With the Xbox One X, that was supposed to be part of the reason why the developers would flock to it, because it was easy and the stuff was baked into the core and the DX12 was already there. And a lot of some developers have said that they were able to just port it within a couple of days. So that would make sense.
But originally, if about it, we did have to pay for that game originally on the PlayStation. It was just offered for free.
It was offered for PS. All right. Yeah. So they'll probably, what would they do? It'd be funny if they put that game on Games Will Go for free like 3 months later. Oh shit, that should be hilarious.
I think
motherfuckers will be mad as shit.
He just made
30 new.
Motherfuckers be mad as shit. They'll be mad as fuck. All right, so this is gonna be the final part, and this was added. So we're about to hear fucking J-Dub Damage Control switches fucking app.
J-Dub.
I never heard anybody say, the floor is yours, J-Dub. Go ahead. What do you want to say to defend this shit?
Don't do it, J-Dub.
Mind you, before you go on, let me remind you, the PlayStation 2, you could voice chat by simply plugging in a headset directly on the PlayStation 2.
That's correct.
That came out in 2000. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it with that. Go ahead.
Okay, listen. Okay. Not to damage control, but I just want to make some clarifications. When they shows you the Nintendo Switch voice chat and how you have all the cables running everywhere, and it was all that can be avoided. All that was just showing the specific headset unit that you could buy for Splatoon. It was Splatoon themed. What I did with my iPhone, I opened my Nintendo Switch app, I turned my Switch on, I started playing Splatoon, and obviously I had my headphones plugged into my phone. I also have the wireless Bluetooth Apple AirPods. So basically I use that. So they're wireless. Me and my friend, we party chatted, we talked.
So,
0 wires.
So you have the phone, you have the Switch connected to the phone Bluetooth wise?
That ain't bad.
No. Listen, the app, because this is what you have. Your Switch is in your hand, right? Or it's docked to your TV. So your sound is coming from the TV. The game sound is coming from the TV, and the game sound is coming from the Switch, or coming from the Switch. Okay. Your voice chat is going through your phone or your headphones. So here's the thing: if you want the audio from the game and from your phone to play simultaneously inside of a headset, you need those freaking stupid cable wires. Okay,
Oh, so that's to get the full.
That's to get the
full experience. Yeah.
Yes, that's to get the voice and the sound from the Switch all in one headphone. Well, if you're playing it on the TV docked, or if you're playing it in your handheld, you don't have to talk over the Switch. You can just use your phone to chat and talk, just like Skype and everything else. I think that was a big misconception. People thought you have to have all these wires and stuff. No,
So
that's
wait a
just
minute, so you use an iPhone, AirPods, and just the Switch, and you're able to.
yes, and I'm able to do it. Yep, everything wireless. I'm walking around the house. I'm outside playing.
But hold on. So what's the difference?
Listen. What he's saying is, for $1,160, you can have a.
Come on.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. And yeah, I told you in the beginning, Nintendo takes a big fat L for that. Now, keep in mind, I made damage control here. They said this is beta. You won't pay for it. We're still working on this thing. We're still gonna work this thing out. So I think the final product, obviously we're gonna have it the proper way. But it is what it is.
And they're gonna charge for this shit, aren't they?
Well, yes, but the version that you pay for is going to be fixed. Right now, it's not fixed.
Can I ask you something then? Why don't you just use your phone and Discord then? Why pay for it?
Why don't you just call somebody?
You can't.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. Okay, in order to play multiplayer games, you're gonna have to pay for their online services.
Oh shit!
It's just like Xbox Live. It's just like Xbox Live.
It's only what, $20 a year, right?
Yeah, it's $20 a year.
I have a question.
Now, listen.
See, hold on. You got this Nintendo app running, right?
This fiasco. If they fix it where it's built into the Switch and all of that for $20, is not a bad deal. But right now, yeah, they get it. They get it.
So let me ask you a question.
Cord and a cheap tablet, and you save $1,100.
So let me ask you this question. So you got this Nintendo app running, right? While you're chatting, can you check your Twitter on your phone?
Not at the same time. You can't. It's gonna pause your chat. I'm telling you, yes, Nintendo gets an L for that. I only want to clarify all of those stupid wires that the memes that came. You don't have to have that.
So in reality,
to communicate.
In reality, you want a little small tablet that you can dedicate this thing to and not really use your phone. That's the reality. You want to get like a Navi. Like the little big tablets, get yourself a Nabi, and
this
can't even check Twitter on this motherfucker.
This was an afterthought. This was tacked on after the fact. This was not there. This wasn't a premeditated thing by Nintendo. They fucked up because this is all off hardware, guys. This is done on your smart device. So this. An afterthought. This shit was tacked on.
You're right.
Vita.
You're right. You're right. Think about it. This is Nintendo's first iteration of any online. They've never had an online. This is their first.
You can completely tell they didn't consult in anybody either.
Yeah, you're right. This is Nintendo's first foray in the whole chat thing.
This is what I hate about Nintendo is. They refuse to copy off of other people's stuff. They refuse. They rather originate and fail than to copy and succeed off of somebody else's idea. They refuse. Yeah. They refuse. Oh my God, these guys are so stubborn.
It just proves what a lot of us have been thinking for years about Nintendo. They're just clueless. They're out of touch. They really are out of touch.
Be like Sony. Just copy the shit.
Yeah.
That's it.
Party chat? Hell yeah.
You just copy the shit. Party chat, trophies, just fuck it. You know, the best ideas are the ones you steal. Just fuck it. Like shit. Like these guys. Hey, I got one thing specifically the PlayStation, bro. I'll just throw this in. So I guess Fallout VR is coming.
Yeah,
Fallout
buddy.
VR. Yeah. So
buddy.
So what you think? I know you're a big proponent of VR. Tell us about it. What you think about that?
Dude, I'm sorry, you blurred out for a second. I couldn't hear you.
Oh, did I? So you're a big proponent of
PSVR.
VR, yeah, PSVR. So how you take this news of Fallout 4? Have you played it originally, and would you replay it if you have? Like, what's going on? What you think about this?
I'd love to try it. I heard it's pretty good. I know they're always talking about it at the press conferences that Fallout 4 is going to change VR. I mean, I don't know about that, but I would like to enjoy it because it looks pretty damn good. Well, for Fallout 4, that is.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing.
That's not the most graphically intense game ever, but
I would say it's a popular game, and this is
definitely.
Yeah. And this is a current gen title. It's not like a remaster of Skyrim. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about this? They're like, I know for a while we were talking about
4 point.
Was it going to be viable and stuff like that? But you guys sense that it's little, even though it's not a breakout hit, like like Shangri-La or whatever. But do you feel that it's like chinking the armor, like little by little, it's making its spot, and it's becoming successful, but one step at a time. Vice, like a jackrabbit trying to win the sprint, more like a marathon, a little bit at a time. Do you guys get the sense that little by little, PlayStation's VR is growing just a bit at a time? Like I'm noticing, like I already see, like I see like 2 PlayStation YouTube channels, right? Like that started like 6 months ago, and the motherfuckers already got like 10,000 subscribers. And I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. I'm like, yo, they're getting like 6,000-7,000 views a day. I'm like, and I'm here busting my ass for like 2 years. I'm copy of PSVR. I'm gonna get them hits.
There's a market for it, dude. I'm telling you, like the website. We've gotten over 12 review copies as of the past 2 months.
Wow.
From developers, they want to get their games out there, and I don't think the bigger sites, they kind of look past it. And people that have it are like, hell, man, I want more games for this. This is an awesome experience. So they're running somewhere, and if it's YouTube, they got to go to YouTube. That's fine, but I'm trying to get some of that crowd too. So like you said, it's taking time. It's not ever going to be, like. I don't see half the console owners ever owning a VR headset, but I think there'll be a marketplace for it. And Sony kind of started that push VR on consoles.
As a PlayStation VR and a Oculus Rift owner, I think it's the wave of the future. I think it's just, and I'm not overstating that because again, like I stated before, I'm a racing sim fan. I have a bunch of racing simulators around the house. That's what I do. I race in VR. Playing Farpoint, that was just one of the first games besides Resident Evil to show you what this thing can actually do, how it can give you a whole new experience. And now, at E3, we had the game, what's the shooter game? I thought it was going to be a replacement for SOCOM. It's
Team Bravo?
Yeah, Team
Bravo. Correct. Yeah.
It's like experiences like that. It's like, man, I can't wait for that because it's just a stepping stone. Here's the thing. You're going to have the Call of Duties. You're going to have the Battlefields. All of that stuff is going to come in time. The only reason the big developers that we know haven't jumped head first into it is because they're taking that wait and see approach, just like they're doing with the Nintendo Switch. They're cautious with their money. They don't want to throw a bunch of money at this, and they don't know, especially because, I think they've sold over like 1.1 million headsets, PSVRs.
Yeah.
And so they want that to get to 3, maybe 4 or 5 million before they start investing some big money. But I can see where some guys are reluctant because of the price. You got to spend a minimum of $399 to get this stuff. And then Rock, you've already said it. Well, shit, I can get a PlayStation 4 Pro, or I can get this, or I can get that. There's so much other things you can do for peripheral. Now, keep in mind, you're not going to play your PlayStation VR every single day on every single thing. It's a lot of experiences. That's music, video, movies, all of that stuff you can use that most people don't tout. But there's a lot of stuff to do with this VR, and we're just on the cutting edge of it.
How's the most important thing? How's that Pornhub?
Hey,
I've never tried.
Once that live button goes off, I'm gonna tell you all about it, buddy.
Nah. My man got a flashlight.
It's all right.
Flashlight straight from Japan and shit.
Yeah, I've never.
Yeah, there's no Frontier. Frontier is going to possibly put Elite Dangerous in for VR.
I'm not gonna lie. If the thing was like $300 for the camera and the controllers, I would have bought it. But $500, that's like I think I would bite at 3. At 3, I would get it and try it out. But 5, because I need the camera and the move controls because I don't have that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would get the premium bundle, but at 5, even at 4, I can't do it.
But think about it this way, Rock, and I'll tell everybody, guys, it's not a console, it's not a system, so it's a peripheral. It's just like the Kinect. It's never going to sell 10 to 20 to 30 million copies at that price.
Yeah.
Eventually, maybe the next iteration, the first version of it, we don't know. Let's see in the next 2 years if that price comes down.
Yeah, they need to drop the price quick.
Yeah, but here's the thing about it. Okay, it's selling what they projected it for it to sell, so it's no big deal, and they don't want to undercut it as well because they still need to invest. So,
yeah, they need to pack in Resident Evil 7 with it.
Oh yeah,
because you play that game in VR and you're like, holy shit, I'm sold.
Yeah. You know what? I'm not gonna lie, I still refuse to beat that game because I fucking start sweating and getting, dude, I just get all freaked out and I gotta pull my headset off. It is what it is, man.
My wife, when I'm closing my eyes, I can't watch anymore. Take it off.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, damn, babe, okay.
Yeah.
This is too much.
It's too real, man. It's too real.
With the Fallout, they need to pack Fallout in that thing too.
Hey, I'm waiting for Madden. Can you imagine Madden mode with the quarterback
getting sacked?
Dude, yeah. Dude, it's just a matter of time.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. So that's it. I think we're gonna wrap this up right here. It's already 9 o'clock. I think we had a great podcast, great conversation, stuff like that. We got J-Dub with his damage control and shit like that. So we're gonna do our outros. We're gonna kick it off with our guests. We're gonna start with the PlayStation Brawl. Once again, thank you so much for stopping by. You are welcome here anytime, brother.
Hell yeah, Rock.
You and stuff like that.
Like I said, thanks again for having me on, man. Sorry it took so long. I know our agents were kind of conflicting about the terms and the agreements, but I'm super glad we worked it out. And you can find me on Twitter at PlayStation Bra. Same for YouTube. Same for Instagram. And if you want to check out my website for all your PlayStation news, reviews, and previews, go to www.theplaystationbras.com. Thanks, dude.
Awesome, man. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. And of course, our second guest here, we got Kratos, the PC gamer. J-Dub City, what's going on?
Thanks for rocking out with us, guys. It's your boy J-Dub, aka Kratos, the god of PlayStation. Or shall I say the god of everything gaming. You guys can find me on Twitter at JDubCity16. I'm always keeping you guys rolling with the memes, with the gifs, and all the funny words that I keep stuff started. Me and Rock, we're always throwing some out there for you to keep you guys laughing and keep you going. You guys can find me, obviously they're on Twitter. You can find me on YouTube on the Kratos channel. And I also co-host the Greatness podcast with Supersonic Wolf.
Man, I've been saying this because I see you on Twitter. Like you and Tin Dog.
Yeah.
You guys like, and you're doing it a friendly way, but you guys go back and forth, and it's hilarious how you comment against each other. I'm like, these two talk like Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp, bro. Y'all need to do like a Gaming's Undisputed podcast, bro.
You know what? We're gonna work on something like that, man.
Yo, Tim and him, that shit is hilarious. Yo, these two troll each other with the dumbest shit, and it's hilarious watching Tim and fucking J-Dub go at it. It's fucking funny. I'm like, I just sit there and just read all day. I don't even chime in. I just read and they go back at each other, and like it's hilarious. And then they be like, all right, see you tomorrow. No problem, brother. See you tomorrow. And the next day, once again. I'm like, what the fuck?
At least a couple of times a week, man. Me and my boy Tim Dog. I'm more partial to PlayStation, and he's obviously more partial to Xbox, and we just throw jabs at each other. And you know me, man. I'm non-relentless, and he's the same way. He's diehard, and so we just hit each other in the ribs every day. And we keep it funny. We keep it respectful. Yeah. There's a mutual respect there. I consider him my friend. And we just kind of keep it going and entertain you guys. That's what it is.
It's funny. I'm like, these two need their own podcast and just call it Gaming's Undisputed because it's fucking funny what they do on Twitter. All right, so let me get to my usual suspects. Starting off with All Day Video Theory, brother. Say your outro, my man.
What up, man? It's a good show, man. Thanks for having me. You guys can find me at Twitter, allday_digital, and see you guys next week, man.
You also find them on PlayStation playing games.
Yeah.
All right.
Holla.
Yeah, no doubt. Yo, all right. And then, of course, we got, my man, Jay Fonzarelli. What's going on? Is that fucking your Destiny avatar?
Yeah, that's Destiny, bro.
Yeah, he's a fucking weirdo. Fuck him.
I'm a weird.
He says he's a fucking weirdo.
I'm a Destiny. Hey, dude, I'm a Destiny weirdo, bro. I admit it, bro. I love
the game. Is fantastic.
I played that. I played that beta so many fucking times. He was making fun of me all weekend playing that shit.
Man.
Nice.
Is that they never understand?
Anyway. Yeah. Anyway, you can find me on Twitter at jfonzarelli or right here on YouTube at Everything According to Me.
Yeah. And also check them out. You're on the RDX podcast, right?
Yes, RDX podcast. Yeah, Tuesdays.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to get Ash and Luca up in this podcast, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, fucking, I heard her, yesterday, but I heard her on Crossfire. Oh my Lord, this girl's on fire. Though she will light people up quick. It's hilarious.
Yeah, she will.
You know what I'm saying? All right. And of course, I got my man Craig Harris, top flight security of the world. Craig, what's going on?
Hey, it's Craig Harris, the creator of Craig's Corner and the Porch Light Pod. Just come check me out anytime you want. I have set times for each podcast now, so let's come and check it out. I'll be over there hanging out in dynamic 4K. So let's come on.
Only the best.
This guy. At least he has a set schedule before you need a farmer's almanac to figure out what he's doing. I asked him, when do you do Craig's Corner? I think I do it here and there. Like, that doesn't help, bro. Here and there don't help nobody.
The next one will be 12 noon Friday. 12 noon Friday.
So you have different days?
Well, I work 3/12.
Oh, fuck, there's a podcast on a Friday. I
put it on Twitter now. I put it on Twitter now. So
grandma watching.
Yeah, 2 hours out. So I got a loyal.
Right in between the young and the restless.
Yeah.
Everybody's watching.
I get off right before Young and Restless. So, but I hit 250 subs, so everything's good.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so I'm doing fine.
Congrats.
That's awesome. All right, and that's about it. And of course, you got me, your boy, the Tony Montana of gaming, Port Rock 77. Thank you so much for rocking out. Please be kind and hit the like button, retweet, spread the word. We got the best podcast on the Wednesday night. That's right. Cheap shots at somebody. But you know what I'm saying? But anyway, to the panel, to the guests, to everybody in the chat room, thank you so much for rocking out with me. I appreciate it. Thank you for supporting my vision. And of course, this is just another episode of 60 Frames No Like podcast. I'm still trying to fix my sound effects. Something happened. I think fucking Steve Ballmer did some shit. Motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? He's looking out for Zaire and shit, and they're trying to take back my sound. Don't worry, it's a conspiracy. It's media bias. Anyway. Anyway, this is your boy Puerto Rock 77. I'm out. Take care. God bless. And see you again next week. All right. Peace.
Salute.